Good morning, good morning. Happy Wednesday. Hope everyone's having a great morning and a great trading session so far. I have taken two trades, a win and a break even, and I did miss one trade. The point of control in Delta basically changed right as the bar was closing. I tried to catch it, put in a pending order, but it just took off. Good morning, Trenches. How are you this morning? But yeah, so far a good morning. So I'll show you the trades. This was the one that I missed. Alternate divergence at my major half trend. And we pushed up quite a bit from there. This one I marked, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to include this because this was a trap off the new highs and lows. And remember, I was telling you guys yesterday, I think that all of the divergence trades, whether it's regular or this would be considered alternate because it started with a lower high, I think all the counter trend divergence that's created from a new session high, we can't have a trap. And essentially it's because like if there's so much more volume in this swing than this one, how do we trap the buyers when the buyers were literally in control, if that makes sense? So yeah, so I'm not gonna include that one. And then I took this counter trend divergence off of the session high. It won on the Apex account, but I had to manually break even on the other two accounts. And it's just because on the Apex account I got filled one tick higher than what I was supposed to on the sales, so it hit the full TP. And so when I realized I was still in the other trades, I went ahead and I just manually broke even, but it would have been a break even anyway because it went 17 ticks. So I ended up getting like $30 or something out of it instead of just $1 basically. And then this was the third trade that I took right before I got on the stream. Kind of same thing, alternate divergence, pull back to the major half trend. And this one ended up being a break even, went 17 ticks, hit my break even, and then just shot out. And I haven't had any more setups since then. Yeah. Good morning, Amelia. How are you? And Mighty Ox. Not the same hair. Did you say shout out to ASAP Rocky? No, ma'am. I've been wearing my hair just in like just simple braids just because I cut so much of my hair off. What was that, last month? In the front, I cut my hair from down here to like up here, and then in the back, I cut my hair from like right, maybe like an inch or two above my bra strap to like, I don't know, maybe like 3 inches past my shoulder. So I just been putting it in braids. But the shout out to ASAP Rocky is crazy. Good morning, Janelle. How are you this morning? But yeah, so good morning so far. I did do my due diligence in going through, well, I don't want to say I went through everything with a fine tooth comb last night, but I did a pretty good job of just like at least going over all the losses, trying to see like if I can see the consistent patterns. And I told y'all that pretty much all of the losses just had to do with me not having enough data. And so I kind of went through like in my brain trying to figure out like, okay, this loss occurred, why does this make sense? That's what, like, for me, that makes it easier for me to understand the rules long term and not have to look down at my cheat sheet so much, because why does this make sense, you know? For instance, when I took the just the regular pullback going back towards the new session high, but there was more volume in the swing down than the previous swing down, well, that means the sellers are starting to take control of the trend. So it doesn't really make sense. That just means that that was a pretty hard push off of the session high. 11. So that would mean it wouldn't really make sense for that trade to really work out like that. So Oh, you know what? This is have to be less. And I highly doubt that'll work. All right, we can't take that trade. Immediate change of volume in the zigzag. If this level wasn't here, I could take it, but there's a level that it's pushing off of, and typically that doesn't work out. It might work out this time because, you know, that's what happens, but typically that doesn't work out so well. Only because we started with a lower low. It always works when you don't take it though. But yeah, so basically all the losses yesterday could be mitigated. Every single one. So that makes me happy. Like I said before, I'm not really looking for a perfect strategy, but if we can identify patterns that always lose or lose more consistently than they win, or end up, you know, kind of being break even long term, well, we just don't want to trade that. We do not. All right, 151. Let's see if we can get a counter trend divergence. I need some more volume in this swing though. But yeah, good morning, Ola. How are you this morning? Good morning, good morning. Think about him every time I have my hair. You are crazy. Lost 1,200 on my fund. Eee. The bright side is that's your first loss in what did you say? 8 trading days. That's really good. That's a very good streak. Now it's time to just rebuild. Rebuild the big time. 151. All right, I need this bar to close up, and then I'll probably have enough volume to be able to take the sell. Right now there's 4.4 thousand volume in this swing, but the last swing up was 4.5, so I want there to be more here. But it looks like it just wants to swing down first instead. And it does. All right. 38. Gonna try to take this buy here. Maybe. Do I have an immediate zigzag change? Right. There's the win there. It's so crazy because the last like probably 3 days, I've had way more just regular pullbacks than before. Like I've not had a lot of days where I've had just a traditional pullback. And it's because the market was so choppy. Like now we've been kind of trending the last few days. And so like yesterday I had way more traditional pullbacks than I've had in weeks. All right, can't take that buy though. This is a weak pullback right here. Volume is starting to decrease. All right, sorry. Let me go back. TP hit already on gold. Ooh, nice, nice. You had 2 Red Bulls? Oh my gosh. Red Bulls make me sleepy. Not, but are you alive? I'm like, I did, but I had emotion in the open. My ex called. I understand. Fully understand. I trade until Monday, requested my payout today. Good idea. Is this all-time highs? You know what? Let me check because I don't ever pay attention. I only know when it's all-time highs because when I go look at other people's streams after I'm done streaming, they'll point it out. But yeah, it looks like it. I mean, I don't have a bunch of days on here, but that's the daily. So, yep. Yep, yep, yep. I was about to say, how come I don't have that much on that other Top Step account? But I forgot that's the one that I'm only doing one contract on since it's a fairly new account. So that's why. I am going to go to 1045 again today. Did I write down? Okay, I did. I did. All right. This is the week level. See, 118, 53. Too much delta there. I was looking for the sale, but way too much delta. Way too much. All right, let's see. 53. Exact same delta there. It was literally one little volume delta point away from me entering that trade right there. I'll show y'all. I was looking for, all right, so here's the previous reversal bar up. You can see it's 53 delta. I just wanted this to be 54 or more, and it was 53 exact, so I didn't enter. Nice push though, but that ain't what I was looking for. All right, we got new highs again. To 28. Gotta clear that, and we cannot be attached to this resistance level if we're gonna push down either. All right, let's see. We ran off the 350. It's about to be negative wind chill tonight. Ew. It's so crazy. We had snow the Saturday after Thanksgiving, and then the very following weekend it was 60 degrees. Insane. Insane. This is a 71 tick run up from this entry right here. Literally just wanted one more little delta point, just one, and I couldn't get it. We do have crude oil coming up in 15 minutes. I don't know why my new sound didn't just happen, but we do have that. It's supposed to happen like 15 minutes before and then 7 minutes before. Oh, speaking of which, there's the sound. $53. All right, push too far down. Waiting for the next move. Push too hard off the high. Yep, NQ has another all-time high, yeah. It's weird weather where you are too. Yeah. I feel like everybody got this cold front and then got the warm front right after. Oh yeah, you guys, I actually got sleep last night, which is nice. I probably slept for like 4 hours, woke up for like probably 2 hours. I think I slept from like maybe 1:30 to 5:30, and then went back to sleep like around probably 7:15. So I didn't really sleep that much the second go around since I wake up at 8, but 4 hours is a long time these days, so I'll take it. I will take it. No sale there. I mean, we've literally just been trending up since we broke out at 7:30. There was news this morning, huh? Wasn't it CPI or something? Yeah, I don't really pay attention to news that ain't during my session, but yep, we've basically just been pumping up since CPI came out. We've moved up, let's see, almost 300 points. Like basically what is that, about 270? About 270 points since CPI was released. What is this? Red. 34. Oh, too much delta there. All right, here we go. 1:30. Yeah. I've just not been sleeping well. I mean, I normally, even before like kind of where I am mentally and emotionally right now, even before then, I didn't really go to sleep until like 2 o'clock in the morning, but I would at least sleep all the way until 8. So now I'm just like during the day, I'll try to sleep. I only sleep for like 10 minutes at a time, and then yeah. Overnight high low was 50 points for NQ. And see, it's been kind of a run up, a lot of, ooh, I don't like that. It's been a run up most of like the last few weeks, and I feel like that's why for the last few weeks during the New York session, we've just kind of consolidated so much. Your brain on sleep mode, I wish. Not you thought you saw Noah's Ark. Girl. Good morning, Paul. How are you this morning? Broken sprinkler head. Oh, let's see. All right. This is still 98. So 2. There's no point in taking this sale. I would have to break even here. If the blue line had already turned green, I can take the trade and just let it, you know, go through the level. But when it's still blue like that, I would have to break even. 75. Oh, it was too much delta in it anyway. 98. It's a negative delta. One of the things that I did do is and this was like mid session, so I had to like write down the delta for all the bars so far of my trades. But I went ahead and I put the like where the bar would close on my order flow chart, because it makes it a lot easier, because naturally I would have to keep looking at my entry chart and back and forth to see if we're close to closing the bar, and that's not good. I don't even know why I didn't put it over there anyway, because it makes it a lot easier, because I can see like, okay, the bar is about to close and the delta is where I want it to be, you know, that kind of thing. So I did just switch that in between. So for the trades that I had already took, I just wrote what the like order flow pattern was on a little sticky note, so that when I journal, it'll be there. Because whenever you like add or subtract an indicator over there, the order flow kind of goes away basically and starts from where you just reloaded the charts essentially. So all right, because crude oil is medium impact, I am going to stop trading in 45 seconds, and then I'll restart 2 minutes after 9:30, and I am going to go get some water at that time once I stop. There's a lot of volume today. We're already at 215,000 volume, and we're only an hour into the session, basically hour into New York session, so that's pretty good volume. All right, I'm gonna go get water real quick. I'll be right back. Get back. Sorry. Thank you, Janelle. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hopefully we can keep it up. I don't know. I've like literally over the last year, I feel like I I would feel like, okay, I'm making progress. I'm almost there. I'm making progress. I'm almost there. And then over time of me sticking with that strategy for so long and making adjustments and still feeling like things are still a little too break even or still too negative, I'm like, all right, this is not right. Let's start over from something else. And then kind of same thing. I would feel like I'm making progress, making progress. No, something's still wrong. I'm still missing something. Something is not there that's supposed to be. start over with another one. But this is the first time in the last year where I genuinely feel like I'm actually like in the process of me making adjustments to my strategy, I can see the results in the P&L. Like I said, when I imported the trades into TradeZella, I can see that since, what was it, November 5th or 6th of me starting this strategy, my negative days are not that negative, besides a few here and there, like a $400 day, a $300 day, whatever. Um, Even with like yesterday, I don't really count that as a huge loss day because I mean technically I was doubling contracts, you know what I mean? But yeah, I feel like yes, my rules are really concise, but at least there's a reason for it being concise. Number one. Number two, it makes it easy to remember the rules. And number three, it's producing the way it's supposed to. You know, minus, like I said, the nuanced trades yesterday, not having enough data, whatever. But all of the setups where I have more than enough data for, when I take those trades, I'm pretty confident in them. Like, pretty confident. Um, so yeah, I'm very curious to see how everything continues to work out over time, because I have like a really good feeling about this combination with the volume and the order flow together, just because I feel like volume and order flow patterns, I wouldn't say they're absolute, but no matter what the market structure is, no matter what market conditions are, volume and order flow still work out, you know. And that's why you have a lot of people who, like Umar Ashraf, for instance, who trade order flow, you know, they see pretty consistent gains and wins. Do they lose? Absolutely. But they see consistent patterns in the market based on order flow patterns. And so I feel really confident in this particular strategy, and I highly doubt it's going to change from this at all, to be honest with you. I highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. Alpine hit over 300 profits. Yeah, he's at 344, I think. I think in one of his last videos, he said that since July, he's withdrawn maybe 100 and something. Most of his profit came in the first like 7 months of the year. Like right around the time when Apex started to really hammer down on DCA and stuff like that, that's when he started to struggle a little bit. Because I think I remember, let me see, actually I could tell you. July was what, 5 months ago? So let me see, if I go to a stream from 5 months ago, he was at 279,000. Yeah, so in July he was at 279 and now he's at 344. So he's withdrawn 70,000 in the last 5 months versus 200 plus in the first 7 months of the year. Yeah, they've been killing it. Nutty is trying to hit 200,000 before the year ends. I think he's what, like 7,500 away or something. Yeah, a million. Yeah, it's hard watching people lose, and I think that's why like some of the people who were trying to talk to me on my channel when I first got here was like, I know it's hard for you. It's not hard for me. It's okay. But it's kind of hard, especially when you're really rooting for somebody. Like, that was the one thing that I respected about Nutty, was that he was red all the time, but he still kept showing up. He still kept going, you know? And to see him not get a payout for the first year and then just completely kill it after that was super dope. Super dope. Just over 54K from props this year. Yeah, but look at what you're doing in a personal account. Oh, they did pay him. Did that up his number yet or no? Not about about Christmas. Yeah, I'm not a hate watcher either. You want pizza for lunch? What kind of pizza? Wait, first answer this question. Does pineapples go on pizza? Answer that first and answer with caution. Alrighty. 61. All right. Sorry, I was reading something. No pineapple on pizza? Okay, Amelia, you are in the food category with Apple Jacks. You can't give any more opinions about food anymore. Because yes, it does. He's a few thousand by the end of the... Yeah, he does. No? Janelle, you say no to pineapple on pizza too? Oh, I'm so disappointed in you guys. Y'all know my mother and my sister both thought I was crazy for putting pineapple on pizza until they started finally eating it. And guess what? Now they love it. I'll be like, what kind of pizza y'all want? Pineapple and... yeah, exactly. Hello, FFS. I'm not a beast yet, but I'm getting there. I used to be when I was intraday swing trading, but trying this scalping stuff, but I'm getting there. I am. Paul, what props have you tried? I've only tried Apex and Top Step. Same here. I honestly, if I'm being real, have no desire to try any other prop firm. If I'm being real with you, no desire whatsoever. 109. Oh, so close. Yeah, the delta ended up being more than I wanted it to. But yeah, just Apex and Top Step. To be honest with you, I probably won't have any other accounts anywhere else, even like once I'm in my groove and I'm getting payouts and stuff, because the only other company I'm truly interested in is my funded futures, and I'm considered a micro scalper, so can't trade there. Maybe what is the other one? Take profit trader. Maybe, I don't know. I don't really like their website. I feel like the rules are not very, it's not even the rules. It's like, I don't know. They just don't have enough information. I don't like companies that are not detailed enough. I don't know, but that probably would be my only other option. I know people, good morning. I know people have been loving like Tradeify and some other companies. I will tell you, you'll never see me try the new companies. I'll leave that up to other people. I'm not a prop whore and will never be. I just have no desire. Honestly, if I just have 10 total accounts between Apex and Top Step, that's more than enough for me. Even if I just get one payout per account per month, that's way more than enough for me. So about to 18K away from me to my, ooh, nice, Janelle. Congratulations. Congratulations. That's a really good year of trading, ma'am. A very great year. 149. I don't really know how much I like this trade. Maybe it'll push down instead. Actually, I'm not gonna take it at all. I don't really like taking trades where we kind of like rotate over the bottom of the zone. Now, if it was like this, where you know this bar was at the top, this bar was at the bottom, I call that like a zone rotation. But to only push off the bottom of it, I don't like it. All right. You haven't ran in a while. 1K loss limit hit. I'm done for the day. Ouchie. What have you been getting into? Some sales, Paul? What what's like your general strategy? What time frame do you use, and do you trade pullbacks? Do you trade ICT? How do you trade? Pineapple on pieces, like putting mustard. Okay, now Janelle, hold on. Ma'am, that is way, you've gone too far. You've gone way too far. Mustard on pizza is so disgusting. Why would you say that? That is such a horrible comparison. Another TP hit 760 for the day. Ooh, nice. Nice, nice. Did you only trade gold today? Or did you trade platinum as well? 90. This is why I don't take that trade. See, I would have gotten stopped out right there. Because essentially, when you take this trade, you have to break even at the top of the zone unless you rotate over the entire zone with the swing. Now we have to see if this is actually going to break through and continue up, or if we're going to use this as our resistance zone for the rest of the day. This is kind of where we're at on the 5-minute chart. So we got to see if this was just a pullback and we'll break through and continue up, or if we're going to create the lower high and start to push down, because we've had a pretty good run all day. So let's see what happens. Let's see. From 465 to yeah, about 270 points run up to where we are now. Oh, wait, why is that there? It needs to be right here. Huh? All right, we pushed too far down. I was hoping that we reversed off of the half trend right there, but we did not. We did not. That's what I was looking for. Scalping 30-second and 2-minute footprints. I got you. I got you. Gold only A++ setups. Yes. I'm just glad the market is kind of returning to normal a little bit, because those couple weeks of that consolidation and low volume was not cute at all. At all. Paul, typically, like, how many points or ticks do you go for, and what's your risk to reward ratio typically? Order flow is so clean. Oh yeah, I meant to tell you, there is a video. Damn, I gotta try to find it. There was an interview that I watched the other day. This one. It's from Titans of Tomorrow. Hold please. Titans of Tomorrow, order flow expert. There is no algorithm. Truth is in order flow. I didn't finish it all the way out, but it was pretty good. I like how, well, he learned from someone else, you know, and he's basically been very, very profitable trading order flow since then. And he did a really good job of explaining liquidity, explaining like what other people would consider algos. He explained kind of like what truly moves the market, like big bang orders. Like he explained all of that stuff really, really well. And so kind of in the process, if I'm not mistaken, the interviewer was just like spitting out certain things from like ICT and stuff like that. And he was just like, look, what ICT teaches you as this is really this in order flow kind of thing. It was pretty good. Pretty good. I gotta finish it though. No, I ended up going to sleep, I think. But it was a pretty good interview. All right, looks like we might try to actually break out. But we're still rejecting at the level that's kind of creating the lower high. So Yeah, let me know what you think after you watch it. Let me know. Let me know. 10 points, 2-1. Got you. Got you. Yeah, we're either going to have to break this zone up here, or we need to break down and continue the downtrend with the lower high that was created on the 5-minute chart. I definitely can't look for buys until we break the zone. My middle half trend is showing downtrend, while the other two are showing uptrend right now. So I gotta wait until it matches. All right. Come on, let's make a decision here. I am staying on to 1045 again. And that might be my norm again from now on. We'll see. Let's see. $130. Just waiting for the breakout. Being patient. We are resisting pretty heavily. You can see that the zone that we have to break to continue the downtrend or to get back to a downtrend was a level of support that was kind of used, let's see, around, it's where we wicked pretty hard at 9 o'clock and then again at 9:30. So we just kind of need to break those levels and head for the downtrend. It's a last ditch effort by the buyers, but I don't think it's gonna work. I doubt it. Let's see. 34. Yep, and now we have the trend change finally. We've been rejecting the continuation of the uptrend since 9:34, so about 20 minutes. Just kind of sat in between the change zones for 20 minutes. Looking for this pullback to get into. No. Let's see. I think that's like probably one of the first times that trade is lost. Period. So I can't even be mad at it. Let's see, what am I break even on the other two accounts? That's because I didn't get a full win on one of the trades. That's cool. I do want to look after today, and this was something I was supposed to look at before anyway, but I just kind of forgot, and just in the midst of how I've been feeling the last couple weeks. But I did want to Oh, come on, market. Not right now. Jeez Louise. This is the annoying part about trading. Like everything was just working out so well in the beginning of the session, and now it's just like, yeah. That's very annoying, I'm not gonna lie. Like, very annoying. Very annoying. But I'm following my rules, so I can't be mad, but it's very annoying. If it's gonna stop me out just to go, that'll really piss me off. But yeah, one of the things that I did want to look at was like when we create a new trend bias like this and then we react off the bottom of the zone. I don't really think I like that much, but I haven't looked too far into it, so I don't really know. So I'm gonna look into it today. This counter trend move, it's really nothing I can do. That is not a trade that loses very often at all, so I can't really be mad about it. I can't. Hey Timothy, how are you this morning? Good morning. So what am I, break even on Apex and negative on the other two? Whatever. What the fuck ever. Where's my other paper? Oh. And in the midst of me being annoyed, I just missed that buy right there. That would have got some of my money back. But yeah, that was definitely a valid buy. Yeah, in 20 something trading days, this buy right here, that counter trend divergence, that's the first time it's lost in 20 something trading days. I can't, how can you be mad at that, you know? You can't. That's one of those it is what it is moments. Damn, I could have been back positive though with that trade right there. Well, break even on two and positive on the other. Mm. Sorry y'all, I'm just looking at my little paper where I have all my like setups and stuff. Let's see, break even. TP, TP. That one doesn't count. TP, yeah. Even like this trade right here, the particular volume and order flow pattern, that's the first time it's lost in 20 something trading days. But like I said, I really just want to look at when we have a new trend change and that first pullback being off of the zone. Because to me, if we really want to go into a downtrend, we would go well beyond this zone and we wouldn't need to use the zone as a level of resistance. I mean, it's the trade still went my 20s, well, it went 22 ticks, but that stop out on the outside bar is what screwed me up a little bit. But it's all good. We still got 45 minutes left in the session, so we'll see what happens. Kind of more so annoyed that I missed this buy. This was like perfect. Was like what, 1 2 3 4 5 6, about 6 ticks away from where I would need to break even, but it pushed straight through. It didn't even reject at the zone at all. Would have gotten filled there, and it just went straight to TP. So that's like, and that's the other thing, I've missed 2 trades today that were full wins. So even in the midst of these 2 trades right here, I just got screwed out of a little bit. Even in the midst of that, I should still be up. I'm missing what, $172 times 2 because I'm doubling contracts. So I'm missing $350 of profit on 2 accounts and $170 on another account. So I would still be positive if I didn't miss those 2 trades. And that's why it's so important to me to get to a level of 100% execution. That is the very reason right there. All right, so that sell is literally impossible to work out. Did create a lower low in the midst of the lower high on the 5-minute chart, so. But we didn't quite, I really want to see us break this wicked bar right here. I feel like if we could break there, that'll be the true continuation of the downtrend. Yeah, I know, Janelle. like I said, I can't be mad. It is what it is. So I'll tell you what my plan is. My plan is to look at all pullbacks, the first pullback after a new trend change, which I do very well with journaling. What I'll put is like new major, which lets me know that there was a new major trend change or whatever. So I'll just look at all of the regular pullbacks after a new trend change. I want to look at that. And then I also want to look at the divergence trades like this, where the previous reversal bar reacted off of the change zone, which I do a really good job of journaling that as well. Yeah, I need to do that. That's the only 2 things that I really feel like I need to look at today, because aside from these 2 trades, everything else was wins. So I can't really be mad. Can't be mad at all. All right. Not interested in a reversal bar here, the downtrend. There's only 2 delta in this last reversal bar down, and I would need this to be 0 or 1, which the likelihood of that is very slim. So just wait for the pullback. Dochi's Tiny Desk. I don't even know who that is. Ooh, congratulations, Amelia. That's with my funded futures, right? Oh, I see. First time to try my funded. Let's see what the dashboard has in store for me. I've heard really good things about my funded futures. I can say that when I first really started getting back into trading prop firms, this time last year, I did say that I probably would not want to try my funded futures, and that's just because of what they did in the forex space. Um, but I probably would be willing. Seems like they are not doing that in the future space, which is good. 68. And see, there we just touched the zone again. Since I just lost that same trade just now, I don't want to take it. I don't. We just touched it to the T too. Oh, now we're rejecting more, so. Trade mechanical based off analysis. So Timothy, it's definitely based off of analysis. Basically, I'm using a combination of price action, volume, and order flow, which volume and price action kind of work hand in hand a little bit. Not all the way, because you can create a new high with less volume in this swing than the previous one, right? But for the most part, volume and price action kind of work hand in hand. So basically what I do is I look at, let's say for a pullback, I look to see who's in control of the trend volume wise. So like there's 1.8 thousand volume in this swing, but the last swing down, the last pullback was 1.6. So that lets me know that the sellers are starting to or attempting to take over the uptrend, right? And so I use that in combination with an order flow pattern that consistently happens. And essentially, like when you have a pullback where there's more volume in this swing than the previous one, sellers are taking over, you obviously want to trap them. So what I do is when I'm looking at the order flow for that entry bar, because I care about what's going on in the entry bar. So you can see in the entry bar, the buyers are still in control of the point of control, which is important, which means that we're not trapping the sellers. So in that particular buy right there, what I would want to see is I would want to see the bar inside the point of control being red to let me know that we are trapping the sellers. And then I also want to look for a certain delta pattern. That particular delta pattern wouldn't be what I was looking for, but yeah, so it's kind of like a multi-step process, looking at price action, looking at the order flow that created the price action, and then looking at the order flow that created that price action as well. And so when I'm looking at order flow, I'm literally just comparing the delta of my entry bar to the delta of the previous bar in the same direction. The only time I would look at this bar is if this is a double bottom. Because if this is a double bottom, you obviously need more, you need the delta to be more than the double bottom delta, because you need the force to push back towards the double bottom or double top. So, but basically what I'm creating is something that is pretty like mechanical and robotic, meaning I have very specific rules. And if the price action, volume, order flow pattern does not set up properly, I just don't take the trade. But because I just started this about a month ago and I started with 1 day of backtest data, it's taken me this long to get enough setups, because every trade has certain nuances. Is the VWAP attached to the entry bar? That matters, because sometimes you're not really attempting to continue the trend. It just looks like it because you bounced off the VWAP. So there are certain like setups that I have where like this is what I'm looking for, but it cannot be attached to any kind of level, because if it's attached to a level, it's really a false it's a fake trade. Basically, it's only reversing here because the level is here. So it's like a temporary reversal just to continue in the opposite direction. if that makes sense. So there's just several things that I'm looking for. But it takes time because some of these things just don't set up a lot. Mainly the traditional pullbacks and the counter trend divergence happen the most often, but then there's other setups that I have on top of that as well. So yeah, $150. So use this affiliate code to. Oh, nice, Amelia. That's nice. A lot of people have been trying them out now that Sage is gone. If I can get one payout, fingers crossed, I'll be happy. Not green. Good enough when it comes. I feel you, Amelia. I feel you. Well, good luck. I know you'll do just fine. Just fine. 53. All right, this is kind of where we stalled and rejected at 9:15 this morning. That's when we created the new high right off of the resistance level there. So let's see how we react up here. Got 30 minutes left. I was so green today too. So annoying. So I'm going to have to multiply contracts a little bit more, probably Thursday and Friday. Probably, I don't know if I'll max. I'll probably max on Friday, but tomorrow I'll just go up like a contract or two, maybe two. Probably do 4 contracts per trade tomorrow. Not interested in the sell from the new high. Also not interested in the first pullback either because it's starting with a double bottom. Starting with the double bottom here. I still don't really, I have a rule for it, but I'm still just not always sure. So I used to not trade any pullbacks with a double bottom, double top start. So I'm going to go back to that for now until I have enough data that would support keeping the one rule that I have. Let's see what price does. Who is Sage? Sage, he is someone who worked for He worked for my funded futures. People did not like him. He's young and idiotic. He just nobody likes him, and he left my funded futures to go to FTT, and seemed like FTT went down as soon as he got there. But yeah, a lot of people just don't like him at all. Used to go to church with Dochi. Oh wow, you didn't see that coming. Alright, let's see what we got here. We do have the buy rotation level sitting there, so I'm not interested in a sell right there. Well, it has been looking like it can work out, but right now we don't want to do that. See what we do here. This is very weird price action right here. All right, so right now I'm looking for a pullback to the half trend right there. The divergence that'll create there if we pull back there. But it looks like we might try to push up off the double bottom. Oh man, it's insane what's going so well. Until those last two funky ass trades. I'm not surprised by the back and forth consolidation that's happening right here. Mainly because this is the resistance level we pushed off of an hour ago. It's where we dropped how many points? 736. We dropped like 50 points from, actually no, more than that. We dropped like 60 points from that resistance level earlier. So it's not surprising. Trying to push through. And look at this. The buy that I missed right here. That's literally where we pushed off of from down here. Big overnight run too. Do you have a daily profit target or max loss? So because I'm on evals, hell no. Like I've basically just been using the evals to test my different strategies, develop them, because if I'm going to use props to trade, I want to use their accounts to, I mean, I could do sim, but that doesn't really work, because if I'm trading a firm that has a trailing drawdown, well, how can I trade a sim without having the trailing drawdown moving with me? You get what I'm saying? So yeah, on the evals, absolutely not, because I don't care if they blow. To be honest with you, most my evals have been lasting until pretty much the renewal date, and then I just purposely blow it for the free reset or whatever. But that's why I'm doubling contracts this whole week on 2 of the accounts, because they renew on the 15th. But starting tomorrow, I'm gonna probably do 4 or 5 contracts per trade, and then Friday, if I still have drawdown, I'm gonna just max it, because either I'm just gonna pass it or I'm gonna fail it, and we'll get the renewal on Sunday or whatever. Now once I get in PA, I will have a daily target and a daily loss as well. When I was trading my PA that I do have, I got it back in March. I didn't start trading it till like July, and I've traded it here and there, but as soon as I kind of realized like my strategy is not really where I want it to be, then I just stopped trading it. So I'm only down like maybe $225 on it. It's a 25K account with Apex. And so because Apex has the consistency rule, I will have a daily loss limit and a daily profit target. And I use the risk manager here. That's, well, this is my risk manager and my copier all in one, but you could set a daily goal and target. Like right now on the top step accounts, I just put 1500 because obviously I don't want to go over the consistency for the combine, right? But it's pretty cool because when you set the target or the loss and you hit it either way, even if you don't take the account out of the copier, it's not going to include it in any of your trades because you've hit the target or loss. And so yeah, my goal is just to, like on Apex for instance, with the $25,000 account, basically just put the profit target, I think it's like 4 something, like 480 if I'm not mistaken, where I don't really want to go over that, because if I stop at 1600 to get the first $500 payout just to pay myself now and then build from there for the second and, you know, subsequent payouts, 112, 157, I want to make sure I don't go over the consistency. So I will do that in PA. Now I can't necessarily say that I'll do that with Top Step. I think with Top Step, I probably would, just for the first payout or two, just because again, I want to be able to pay myself for all the hard work that I've put in over the last year. 112, 157. But it'll be more like 450 or something like that. 350, 450. We didn't get enough delta there, and now that was too hard of a push. But yeah, so that's what I'll end up doing. Yeah, so like with me with profit targets, I don't really deal with a lot of the emotional or psychological parts of trading that a lot of other people deal with, and it's probably because with me trading for the last 10 years, I've lost enough money without doing it. You get what I'm saying? So I don't really deal with that very much. The profit target is more so just a, hey, you're good here, keep it moving kind of thing, because I do plan to copy trade all of my accounts. No matter how many accounts I have, I am copy trading everything. I do not want to be one of those people who cycle through like, oh, let's trade these and then create a group over here, because I feel like if I've taken the last year, put in all the chart time, all the analysis, understanding the market, how it moves the way I want to see it with Renkos and scalping and everything, and order flow and volume and all these things that I've put together, I feel like by the time I'm ready to trade my accounts, my PAs, I should be pretty confident in the edge that the strategy has because of all the data that I have collected over time, right? So I don't want to trade in groups. The most I would ever do is have one group that starts at 8:35 and the next group starts at 9 o'clock. That's about as far as groups that I'm going to go. But the target is more so for just let's just secure what we have. But again, that's really only with companies that have a consistency rule. Because for me, one thing I don't like about a profit target, even a loss goal, or not goal, but a loss, limit. You could hit your loss limit and then the market just goes completely in your favor and you could have won the next 5 trades, but you stopped yourself. Now with the loss limit, I'm cool with having a loss limit. On a 25K, I would do $250 or something like that. But I don't really like profit targets because I feel like if you have an edge and your strategy shows you have an edge in a specific time span, whether it's the first hour and a half of the market, the first 3 hours of the market, whatever. If you have a specific edge, why stop yourself out at a certain target goal? But only if you confine yourself to a certain time span. Now, if you have a profit goal of $500, and let's say that your edge kind of ends around 10 o'clock in the morning, but you haven't hit $500 and you continue trading past your edge time limit just because you haven't hit 500, well, that's a problem. You shouldn't be doing that, right? I just don't like profit targets because, okay, let's say I have a profit target of $300 for the day. Each day at $300, I stop myself. Well, when you have a market like what we've had for the last 2 weeks, and you're not really getting the setups that you might like, and you're not hitting that $300, all right, cool, whatever. But then when you have days like this past week where we are expanding, where truly trending in the market and that works for your strategy and your edge and everything, but you stopped yourself at $200 or $300. So you can't really kind of make up for the lack of trades and opportunities for the last 2 weeks. You can't really average out anything because you're stopping yourself. So I feel like if you're trading with a company that has consistency rules, a profit target makes sense. But if it doesn't have consistency rules, I don't feel like a profit target makes sense. For me, I take every single setup in my session, period. Because that's the only true way to know your edge. What if you're stopping trading because you hit your profit target, but had you continued trading, you would have lost, which would have made you realize, hey, my strategy is not all the way where I want it to be. But you have this false sense of security with your strategy because you've been hitting your profit target, not realizing that, hey, the markets just happen to be favorable those couple of days in the beginning of the session, but really you're not where you should be strategy wise. So that's kind of like my thought process on it. Pull 500 out of your 25K Apex every time they hit 2100, and you should. Listen, I didn't even have a problem with people pulling out the max before there was a buffer that was needed. Like, I understood it. Like, we're here to pay ourselves, right? But at the same time, you still want to give yourself some level of drawdown. Like, why start the process all over again? But I am a huge proponent of screw buffers, like buffers that you create for yourself. Take the payout. You're here to make money. And especially if you are somebody who does not do well psychologically with trading and you go on tilt, you have a history of going on tilt and things like that. The last thing you want to do is have some huge buffer, because once your psych goes out the window, that's even more money for you to lose. And so now you've created this huge buffer. Let's say you have a buffer of $5,000 on your account and you could have took a $2,500 payout, a $3,000 payout. You've just lost money basically, because some of that money could have been in your pocket instead of trying to create some buffer for what's the point of a buffer? Personal account, sure. But in a prop, hell no. That will never make sense to me. Ever. Ever. They ever tell me to go? Well, Apex is nice enough to give you the option of, choosing if you want to go live or not. And if you don't want to go live, you can pull out 100% of your money. But you will not be able to trade with them for a while though. 56. I think you can't trade with them for like over a year or something like that. Trying to see if I'm gonna get into this pullback right here. It looks like it's not gonna close up. Nope. All right. All right. Have a good day. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for coming by. We got 15 minutes left. Oh, now you want to push up. How many trades happened after 10 o'clock? None so far? Nope. Yeah, none so far. That's crazy because I think Monday there was like 7 trades after 10. Yesterday there was maybe 3. It is a pullback to 59.50. 59.25. You ready to go home? I'm ready to get some sleep, some more sleep, but I highly doubt I'll be able to. My goal is to try to eat twice today. I can't tell you the last time I ate twice in one day. I've lost quite a bit of weight, and I'm not happy about it, but these are the effects, so. But that is my goal, to try to eat twice today. Hey, Pred, how are you this morning? Oh, sorry, I didn't even see. Eat food. I'm trying. I don't have an appetite. I usually eat twice a day. I started eating 3 times a day, but that's kind of a lot. But yeah, once my depression set in, good luck with that. There has been a couple of days where I didn't eat anything at all. The main thing I've been trying to do is just at least make sure I drink enough water to stay hydrated because hydration is extremely important. But yeah, I'm gonna try. It's my goal. I can't promise anything, but I'm gonna try. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be the end of the session. Just really sucks at those last 2 trades. But again, it's my fault. I missed 2 wins. Like an idiot though. Alright, yeah, that's it. Okay, let me take a screenshot of the accounts and we're gonna head on up out of here. Alright, this is where we are. 1,000 in drawdown left on the Apex account and like 400 left on the Top Step account right there. Took 5 trades. Wait, no. Let's see. One, two. All right, so yeah, took 5 trades, won 2, lost 2, broke even on 1. It just looks worse on the 2 Top Step accounts because one of the wins was a break even on those accounts, but the normal stats should be that 2 wins, 2 losses, and a break even with 2 wins missing out of my data. So yeah, very annoying, but whatever. 1 full meal a day. Yeah, my breakfast is usually just like yogurt, granola, and fruit and a smoothie. And then I eat a salad before dinner and just have a full dinner. But I can't, like, I'm not one of those people where I can eat like waffles and eggs and bacon and all that other stuff for breakfast and then have a full dinner as well. Like, no. If I eat more than just fruit and yogurt for breakfast, I will not be hungry for literally the rest of the day. You gotta eat or you'll get a headache. I really only get headaches if I don't drink water. I don't really get hunger headaches, and it's probably because like I've been intermittent fasting for like 5 years, and I've also just gone through depression cycles for like 20 something years, so I guess my body's just kind of used to not eating or whatever. But I mean, the fact that I fast 16 hours a day, I don't like, the only time I'll really start getting a headache is if I go more than 24 hours without eating and I have not drank enough water. That's where my headache comes from. But I normally drink about 60 ounces of water and then I'll have another 30 ounces or so of a smoothie. But if I don't have a smoothie, I try to drink at least 80 ounces of water. So, because hydration is just so important. But yeah, not your Wi-Fi sucks. Girl, she has reason. What? No, I know you're not trying to pressure me, Applejacks. Trust me, I know. It's all good. If I know I'm gonna have to be up for 24 hours, I don't know how. Like the caffeine in energy drinks and coffee and stuff just makes me so jittery. And I think it's also a combination of the caffeine plus the sugar, because I don't really consume added sugar that much. Like the most I do is put a little bit of honey on my fruit in the morning, and if I have like a piece of toast, I'll put a little bit of butter and drizzle just a tiny bit of honey on it. Sometimes, like, depending on what kind of meat I have for dinner, I might drizzle a little bit of honey and hot sauce on it or something. But I don't really consume very much processed food, and I definitely, if it's food that I'm cooking myself or making myself, I don't really use added sugar like that. So once I have like coffee or something like that, man, it's bad. Now, when I was living in California and I was working as a nurse out there, I did have to have coffee every night. I had Starbucks every night going into work, and it was mainly because of the time difference. Because 7 o'clock out there was 9 o'clock where I live. And it was like, even after 3 months of being out there, my body just still did not adjust properly. Like, I remember I fell asleep at the wheel after work because I worked overnight with my eyes wide open, legit. And it was because of the crash of the caffeine and the sugar. Like, it helped me stay up, but because that I don't typically consume that, my crash happens fast, and it's so drastic. It's so bad. So bad. 124. Oh, that's very goofy. Now look at this. I stopped trading at 10:45. I done waited all this time for a god dang on setup, and guess what happens? This buy right here is valid. Great. And great. Anyway. But yeah. So that's it for today, you guys. Like I said, I don't have much to even study for real. I'm just literally, the only thing I care about looking at is this. First pullback after a new trend change, and a divergence trade when we're pushing back towards the change zone. That's all I really care about. That's really it, because outside of that, I had a great day. Those were my only 2 losses, and I'm missing 2 wins, so I can't be mad. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Thank you guys for tuning in. And Applejacks, I hope that you're happy I'm here till 10:45 and not 10 no more. But thanks for tuning in, you guys. Please like the video on your way out if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, guys.